Welcome to Anything Goes podcast. This is Kombat AllStar, and over there is
Random Girl.
And yeah, I mean, you feeling okay? I know
I'm feeling okay.
We just both came back from a sickness. I feel about 98%.
Yeah.
So
how do you feel about maybe 89?
89%.
Yeah.
It's very specific. So today we kind of wanted to talk about again like technology
and how it is today and how it was in the past.
Yeah, how far it's come. I mean, it's come a long way. I think it was a study or something that said like we came like really far in like 20 years or something.
Oh, very fast.
And before it took like decades to come as fast as that. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, now every day we have like pretty much a new gadget.
Yeah, I know, it's weird. And like every year it's a new iPhone or
a
new, whatever.
Yeah.
And you remember that show Making Good Minority Report?
Yep.
How they were doing like the pre-cause and like even the movie how they were like doing stuff in the air and like it was like floating screens.
Virtual, touch screen. Well, air screen, yeah.
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 I wonder how close we're gonna, even with like with Back to the Future and everything. Like I wonder how close we are to actually getting to that stuff.
Well, we're pretty close to it. They're like doing inner workings with it now. You saw even like E3, they had the virtual gaming.
The HoloLens.
Yeah, so I think we're pretty close. I'd probably give it about 10, 15 years maybe we might see it.
Really?
Yeah, maybe at the most maybe 15, 20. But I see it happening very soon.
Yeah, because I know a lot of that stuff is in like with the HoloLens, and then there's a guy who's actually developing a hoverboard. There's a special called I think it's called Back in Time, and it's a documentary on the Back to the Future culture, which I didn't even know existed.
Oh yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, so it's like basically a bunch of people like coming together. They love the movie, so they come together and they like have the old fashioned like 50s dance, and they dance together. And you remember that scene where the Enchantment Under the Sea dance?
Oh, the movie. You mean the second one?
In the first one.
Oh, yeah.
And they were in the 50s and everything. So they have like a whole thing where they like react that, and you go out there and you dance in 50s clothes and you're dancing with each other. Mm-hmm. And they have like, it's just a whole like culture. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of people in there that like, they build their own time machines. Like not real time machines, but they take a DeLorean and make it as close to the movie as possible. Mm-hmm. There was one guy on there who's a huge fan, and he wanted to make a hoverboard. Mm-hmm. So he actually made a hoverboard, and they showed the hoverboard in the Back in Time trailer, not the trailer, but the documentary. Yeah. And he was like, he just used magnets. The magnet of, because the Earth has a magnetic core.
Oh, to push off the magnet.
Right. So he basically.
That's so smart.
It floats maybe like 5 or 6 inches off the ground. Yeah. So it's not like high
but
like in the movie.
But it's still pretty good, deal.
The movie was like a foot, but this is only like maybe a couple of inches, and it's really clunky and big, but it looks cool.
Don't hate on the man's gadget.
No, I'm not hating on the gadget.
That's a huge accomplishment.
So I mean, we're getting there. Like you said, with the with the hoverboard that was made and.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember the couple that were there? They created their own DeLorean, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
It was their own time machine.
Yeah.
So they went and bought a DeLorean. They used their savings because the husband thought it was going to be. Yeah, I'll tell the story. So the husband was on his deathbed. The doctor said he only has a few months to live. So, they have the savings, and the wife's like, you know what, let's...
Oh, she said they took out a huge credit card.
Yeah.
With a large balance.
Yeah, so not the savings, but they took out a huge card.
Yeah.
And they went ahead, and since he thought, he was like, you know what, I'm going to die anyway. They just maxed. Yeah. So they went and got a huge credit limit, and they bought the DeLorean, and they, like, used all the... He like, handcrafted, like, everything. Mm-hmm. And... through doing that, he actually, added years to his life. Like I said, the doctors only gave him a few months to live.
It was, yeah.
And he had something to live for. So
it wasn't his time. And it was so beautiful because him and his wife were speaking. And they were talking, like, they said it had happened, I guess, 20 years ago. 20 years ago later, they're telling that story how he only had a few months to live. So I just thought that was amazing.
Yeah, and they're working with Michael J. Fox to try to find a cure for Parkinson's. Mm-hmm. And they're driving around in the DeLorean that they built.
Oh, to different different states.
Yeah, different, to, like, spread awareness and get donations. And they raise more money than anybody else in the organization, so that's kind of cool. Yep. But yeah, I mean, that was kind of a side track, but whatever.
Yeah, but it was a nice story that had to be said.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like we're getting closer and closer to that, so it's kind of cool.
For sure.
Like with the I remember back in the day, Star Trek, how they had like all you Star Trek fans know what I'm talking about, the Borg, where they have like a little thing over their eye and they're able to see like images of other things, and basically it's basically Google Glass is what it kind of I guess
Speaking
was
of
inspired from that. I guess.
Speaking of Star Trek, you know what I would like to see? Kombat. What I would love to see.
What would you love to see?
It's like a vacation in your own house. Okay. They had it so that they could I don't know what, a hologram or something, but it was actually real. You could switch the scene to what you're looking at to, like, maybe if you wanted to be in the beach, then you be in the beach. All you have to do is like push the button. You don't remember that?
Yeah. It was like it's one of the rooms that they have in Star Trek. It's like a hollow room. I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
But yeah, you like
they showed it on the TV series, the one that came out in 2006.
Yeah, even they showed it in a lot of them too. Even Next Generation and all the other ones. Yeah, so you can basically say like you want to be back home. You know, it'll simulate home and it'll have all the people.
That's what I wouldn't mind at all. I could so have that in my house. Like, hey, I want to go to the Bahamas, but I don't want to drive. So I'll hit the button and I'm there. I would love to have that.
You don't want the Bahamas money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, what it was another cool gadget with it, which I think they're going to have by next year or the year after that. I think it's next year. But they're going to have the actual sneaker that Marty, his name, right? Marty McFly.
Oh, yeah. Nike's doing the...
They actually have it in the works. Actually, Marty McFly tried on the shoe. And I think they gave it a few pumps and then, they touched the button and it just like automatically adjusted size for him. So that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, like auto laces.
Yeah, he was like so shocked when he tried it. So it's just like, dude, I want a pair of those.
Yeah, so I mean, it's looking like it's gonna be.
What are you looking at, Kombat?
Oh, I'm just seeing what other kind of inventions are going to be coming up pretty soon. I know there's a lot that we just talked about right now, and stuff that was inspired from like Star Trek, like the HoloLens. Even the cell phone I heard was inspired from Star Trek. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of things that.
Let's talk about comparisons. Remember how our first cell phones were like as big as like bricks, and the only video game was like Tetris? Not Tetris, the Snake game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it. You mean on the phone?
That was it. On the cell phone.
Yeah.
Back in the day, they were called mobile phones.
Oh man, you remember pagers?
No, I'm too young for pagers. I didn't have one of those.
Yeah, man, pagers was the ish. I had a pager in middle school, and they were just like basically how. And for all you youngins, I'll tell you how the pager works because I was talking to somebody the other day.
Yeah.
And they had no idea what a pager was or how it works.
Are you serious?
So
wait, who?
I'm get to the story. I'm not going to name names, but I'm just saying I was talking to this person. But yeah, so I mean, basically how a pager works is back in the day you didn't have like cell phones, right? You had something we like to call phone booths and pay phones where you pay a quarter or 50 cents before they went away, and you made a call. So how pagers works where you had it's like a little small box, and someone would call you, like say for example like my mom. I'd be out with my friends and my mom wants to call me, let me know that dinner's gonna be ready in like an hour. So she would dial my pager number and then dial her number, and then what would show up on my pager would be her number. So I'd go to a payphone, I'd call her back and be like, hey mom, what's up? And she'd be like, hey, dinner's gonna be ready in an hour. So that's how pagers work. It was before cell phones.
That technology sounds so old, I almost fell asleep.
Well,
to be honest,
you know what? It was better because you have more freedom. People couldn't track you on GPSs.
Oh,
and you couldn't. It was better.
Yeah. You had a little page on your pocket.
Yep.
Okay.
Hit me on the hit means page me.
So yeah, we have the pagers. Me and Kombat, we grew up with the big old cell phones. I don't know if you guys know about them. Mm-hmm. If you probably were around 83, let me see. 83, what's the age limit? What's the cutoff?
I don't know.
For knowing what I'm talking about when it comes to the cell phones. Anyway, those things were thick and they were huge. And the only game, we didn't have Android back in the day. Only game that we had was preloaded and it was called the Snake. It was called Snake. And I used to play all the time as a child. I was like, Snake!
She loves Snake for some reason. I don't know.
But that was the only game that was on the cell phone, and we didn't have touchscreens and all that. Everything was a button.
Yep, everything was a button press.
The cell phones lasted for 20 years.
It lasted for as long as you wanted.
It would get ran over by a train and still survive.
I don't know about that.
But
they lasted as long as you wanted them to last. It was good. It was good times, and things changed and things got better. Yeah. But there's a lot of drawbacks too. I mean, I have a phone now. I'm gonna say what it is. I have an LG G3. And I've barely had it. I maybe had it maybe a year and a couple months, and The speaker will not. I mean, I can't like talk on the phone regular anymore. I'll dial a number. I'll talk to someone, and they can't hear anything I say. I have to put it on speaker for them to hear. So all my conversations have to be on speaker for me to hear.
Are you sure you don't be trying to eat at Kombat, and that's why it doesn't work?
No. So yeah, I try to do that. And it doesn't work anymore. I mean, of course, all the secondary stuff does, like the apps and all that.
Yeah,
they work great, but the primary function is a phone.
Yeah,
and I feel like if I had like one of the old school gray Nokias, I could still talk on it.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? The little bar phone Nokia.
One of the best.
I'll be able to still talk on it. You know what I mean? I still have my Snake. Maybe Snake would mess up, but at least I could talk on my phone.
Yeah.
And these phones, I feel like they're built to last only a couple years.
Well, yeah, you know, I guess that's what happens sometimes with technology. They don't last as long as, you know, the technology the gadgets back in the day. Yeah. It's what happens.
And I understand
technology is always changing.
I understand they're more sensitive and more delicate and everything, but...
Well, Kombat, that's why you have to collect. You have to have a vintage, you know, technology collection where you collect your pagers, you know, to let
But no, I don't want to collect it to collect it. I want to actually use... I can't use a pager in this day and age.
You could. You can probably collect a group of pager friends. Get you a couple, buy a couple for...
Because you have to have a carrier that will support a pager. There's no carrier that's going to put... No, you can't do that, okay? I just want technology that works like it used to work. That's
you know, I have the HTC One. I have the HTC One M8, and that's pretty good. It has a good speaker.
I do feel like the only technology you ever get that's going to last is a technology that you haven't have control over.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah. Well.
So I mean, like my PC, I can have it for as long as I want because I can change out parts, I can upgrade it, I can, you know, whatever it needs. But like my phone. You know, it is what it is. You know, I can't.
But you know what? You know, Kombat was saying like everything has its pros and cons. Like back in the day, even though the gadgets last a little bit longer and they're more durable, it was very basic. You know, it was a basic function. Now today, you pretty much have everything on your cell phones. You have email. You can talk. You have your games. You have like pretty much internet access. You have everything on there.
But back then, you used to go outside too.
Well, now we're changing subjects. I'm just saying, like, yeah, they don't last as long as the older gadgets, but they have a lot more.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying. But
I'm just saying everything has a give and take.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because I was like, man, you got all these apps, but what did you trade it for? You trade it for going outside, meeting your friends, and you know, hanging out.
Well, that's like another subject, though.
Well, I mean, it's kind of the same. I mean, because technology,
social status, and new
everything seems to be social. Everything.
Well, I was just talking about because you were saying, you know, the gadgets back in the day, like your pagers or cell phones, they lasted forever. And you were saying, like, your phone today, it's not really built to last like a lot of the gadgets today. But I'm saying it offers more, whereas even though the gadgets back in the day lasted a lot longer, they didn't offer a lot, you know. So I'm saying, like, if they offered like a whole lot, then they wouldn't probably spend as much on, you know, the quality of the material or something.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but it's still, I don't know. It is give and take, you know, with technology. But it's just, I kind of wish it was just more stable right away before anything got released. You know what I mean? Because I feel like back in the day, you know, when they built like that old Nokia phone, it was still good parts, good quality parts and everything, but it was, you know, it was tested, it was tried, tried and true, or whatever the saying is. You know, it was good to go. The quality was still there, but now that things are, you know, a lot more complicated and complex. You know, I feel like the quality isn't what it used to be. I feel like if we had the same technology and we had the same morality as like the 50s or whatever, as far as taking pride in what we build, we would build stuff that's awesome. You know what I mean? Mm. So even like my computer, I got it back when they used to build, you know, hand solder and hand built all the parts and all the machinery inside of it. And I have an Alienware. I guess it's no secret. And now the Dell, I got this right before Dell bought Alienware. So now Dell is on a factory and they solder everything together, and you know there's been people having issues of things breaking down inside, and the computer's lasting only a couple years because it's put together by a machine. I mean, my point being, it's like I understand what you're saying about quality, you know, from back in the day and then now, but I kind of wish that the quality would be better and they would test it better. I mean, we have less complications with the technology now.
Mm. I would like the pump-up shoe from Back to the Future.
You're like, that was nice. I would like the pump-up shoe from Back to the Future.
That's what's on my mind right now.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
What about those hydrated pizzas?
Hydrated pizzas?
Yeah, and the Back to the Future, the grandma came with a little tiny pizza that was like the size of the palm of your hand.
Yeah.
She put it in the hydrator from like I think it was like Black and Decker or something, and then it was like bing in like 2 seconds. It was like a huge pizza.
Oh, I don't trust that pizza. Would you eat it?
If everybody else is eating it,
I wouldn't eat that pizza. Pizza is supposed to have dough. I'm supposed to see it handcrafted. I don't want a little tiny miniature pizza that looked like you just bought it from like
it was
Toys R Us.
dehydrated. They had to hydrate it.
I'm sorry, I'd have to pass on that. I like the whole. I'm a little old school, so I'd get the, I want to see it handmade, the dough. I don't want to see it
handmade from Mapianos.
I don't want. No, I pass on that. I wouldn't take any hydrated pizza.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I would eat it. You know, if everybody else is eating it, so.
Like the chicken, I was on like the chicken.
Fifth Element. She like putting like these
I
pellets.
want to see it made.
She's like
I
chicken, and then bing.
No. What type of food is that where it turns from a pill to a chicken?
Hey man, look, it's like the Matrix.
I want my own chicken.
If my brain is telling me that it tastes like chicken in the sense
not at all, baby.
Oh, for
I
it.
will not
Ignorance
be
is
tricked.
bliss.
I will not be tricked.
Ain't about being tricked. If that's what everybody's eating in that day.
Well, you guys can eat it. I'm gonna have me some real food, okay?
It is real food.
No, it's not. A little pill that's gonna pop into chicken. That doesn't sound safe.
You don't know.
I'll pass.
They could have hunted the chicken. It could have been hunted by little midgets, and they could have put the chicken in the pill, like with all kinds of mathematics and stuff.
No,
and then, bing, real
I'd
chicken.
rather have my chicken on the farm.
Boy.
I'd rather have one of those.
What if the chicken's branded when it comes out?
I'll pass.
Why? That means it came from a farm and everything.
No hydrated pizza, no hydrated chickens. I want the real thing.
Man.
Okay. Stick with me, you'll be safe.
You probably don't even want a flying car.
I tried flying car. There's nothing wrong with
There's
that.
a guy who invented the flying car.
Really?
Yeah, he was another Back to the Future fan. Oh, he was another Back to the Future fan.
You all right?
Sorry, the mic just kind of flipped out of my hand right there. Hope
we're going over a little late. Hopefully, we're not.
Hey, it's fine.
Boring.
It's anything goes.
Okay. Oh.
It's our show.
All right.
So, yeah, there was a guy who invented a flying car, a flying car.
Whew.
He's a Back to the Future fan as well. But yeah, he what's his name? Here it is. Flying car. I don't know the guy's name. Flying car aircraft.
Where's my flying car? That's something else. Popular science.
I don't
Or
know.
you can say probably type it in man who created flying car.
Yeah, so there's a guy who created a flying car, and it's like it's not like a flying car as we know it. It has like wings and stuff, so like it folds up. It like, so when it's on the ground, like the wings are up and it looks like a really gnarly car. But then when you're actually flying, the wings come out and it's just like a plane. So yeah, I mean, this guy invented this car and he wanted it to be more like the Back to the Future car, he said, but it ended up being, he had to go with practicality, of course. And he was saying that flying cars they're not difficult to build, and they could be everywhere, but it's just people are having a hard time accepting that a flying car could exist. So companies are having a hard time seeing why it would be feasible to back one. So I mean, this is why we don't have flying cars here everywhere, and it's interesting to know. I mean, that he said that we can actually have them, and they're actually practical, and you can do it, but just people are not willing to wrap their mind around it, and we don't have them because of that. And that sucks, because I want a flying car.
Well, it'll happen.
Dude that makes flying cars, I don't know what your name is. We looked on Google for a little while. We couldn't find what your name was. We found his prototype, but yeah, we couldn't find what this dude's name is. But dude, if you're listening to Anything Goes show, do it, man. Convince those people. Convince GM, Mercedes-Benz, Honda, whoever.
Guys, I think it's a little late for Kombat.
Talk to Henry Ford if you got to. Dig him up. Let him know we want some flying cars. Want some flying cars.
I think it's a little late for Kombat.
It's not late for Kombat.
I think it's
Kombat,
bedtime.
Kombat is fine. I want a flying car. Make it happen.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
That's the future.
How do we get from?
We're on topic. We're talking about the future and inventions and how it used to be and how it was now. And this is future tech, and I want it now.
Okay, I'll make sure I get you that pager for Christmas.
I don't want no pager. I want a flying car. Go and see dude, and
I'll get you a pager and one of those remote control flying cars.
This is proof that she doesn't listen to me.
No.
This is proof that she doesn't listen to me, y'all.
Okay.
I want a flying car.
It's late for the Kombat.
She's being stubborn right now.
I think he needs some tea.
No, I don't need any tea. I need a flying car.
Okay.
So anyway, let us know what cool invention you want that was in Back to the Future.
What was your favorite gadget from back in the day?
I'm not done with my sentence.
All right.
What was your favorite invention that you saw in a movie or something and you want it now? Like, what's that? You got to tell me what that is because we want to know. And you better comment.
You're gonna hear yourself and be like, "Whoa, I sounded off."
I sound fine. Let me know.
You're sweating a little bit.
Let me know.
You're getting excited.
Let me know.
Okay.
Don't mind her. Let me know. I'm fine. I just want to know.
Okay.
What were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say, tell them, ask them, what was your favorite gadget from back in the day? Kombat's was the pager. What's mine? The Giga Pet. I really enjoyed the Giga Pet. For those of you that don't know, it was like your own electronic pet inside a cute little, I don't know, like a cute little mini, I don't know,
Easter
technology
egg
thing.
Type chumpy.
Yeah, but it was very fun. And if we don't have a link for you guys, you can look it up. Giga, which is Giga, space pet, P-E-T. They were awesome back in the day. Pretty much they're your own little pets. You get to feed them, take care of them. You have to make sure you keep up with them or else they're going to turn sad and angry. But they were awesome.
Poop all over the place while you're at work or at school.
Oh, they were fun. They were fun. Yeah. So my favorite gadget or toy from back in the day was the Giga Pet.
Yeah. I just want my flying car.
All right.
So let us know all the stuff that whoa. Let us know.
Oh, okay.
Let us know all the stuff that we just said. I can't remember half of it, but I'm gonna listen to this back and I'm gonna remember it. So I'm expecting you guys to let me know. And like we say, like, subscribe, and share, and bring it on.
All right.
And until next time.
All right, guys.
So long.